Hello and welcome everyone, this is Botany and Board. I am Bailey and we're doing a totally different video here today that I've been so excited to do. So tier ranking, and we're going to start with the books I've read so far in 2024, and I'm going to break it down between romance first, so that's what we're going to do today for my little graphic that I've made, and then we will do thrillers as well. And then I've been seeing lately people have been doing tier ranking all their 5-star reads, which is kind of fun because then you already know that they're good, but then you can kind of like delineate why it is a 5-star and put them in different categories. So maybe I'll be doing some of that as well. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get in. I'm not going to tell you what the book is about. I'm just going to be putting them in these tiers. So we have, first off, this book, like so good. Just this book. You know, it just really stuck with me. It is amazing, that kind of thing. Next up, we have A Really Good Time. So I really liked it, but it just wasn't like, it didn't have that like extra thing to keep it to like the, oh my god, I'm just like flabbergasted. And then it needs something like, there was like just something missing that really needed it, like more than like, oh yeah, I really had a good time, but this one's like, no, something like specific kind of like was really like, made me not really like jive as much with it. And then honestly can't remember much. So this one is the ones that I've read them, and then now I'm like, So let's go ahead and get in, shall we? So we are going to start with the romances I have read so far. My phone is just going crazy. Okay, so first up, we have Daisy Hates. So this is kind of, let's just go ahead and bring all of these up here, why don't we? I think I'm missing one. Okay, so to start off first, Magnolia Parks. This will definitely go in this book. This whole series goes in this book because I was just legitimately so captivated by it. Now, however, I'm going to put this book, Magnolia, and Daisy Hates the Great Undoing. Sir Julian hates. That is for you, sir. And the regular first Daisy Hates, I am going to put in A Really Good Time. Okay, so next up we have Happy Place by Emily Henry. So this is the first Emily Henry book I read, and I listened to it on audiobook. So I think I am going to put it down here in the needs something. And I think that's just like a personal thing with me and that I've been noticing about myself. I don't think I really love just like traditional, like contemporary romance. I think like I just keep finding that like I need a little something. So put that there. Oh, here, Magnolia Parks of the Long Way Home. So this is the third book in the series, and this one is this book. Yes. Okay, next up we have Fourth Degree. So this one, but I'm like realizing I'm like, well, my category for this, like I remember it. Maybe like in order for me to rate it higher, it would need to be a little different because it is an age gap, coach, forbidden romance, that kind of thing. So if you're into that, I would recommend. But for me, it needed a little something. Okay, then we have Where We Promise. This one as well is going to need a little something. I didn't really like all the pregnancy aspects and whatnot, so I think maybe instead of need something, it needed to not have something. Would be also a way to say it. Okay, next up we have Ashes of You. This book. Lawson. Oh, whoops. Moving my graphic around. Don't want to do that, do we? Also, this is Loon, for those of you who do not know. Sweet little Luna. her birthday is coming up in about a month. She's going to be 10. So, okay, anyways, back to what we were doing here. Ashes of You. Okay, Hopeless. So this is the 4th book. And I think on this one, I'm going to put it under, I know, like, her name is Baley. His name is Bo. So, like, I do remember, but I don't remember, like, you know, just dying over it. So I'm going to put it under Need Something. Okay, next up we have On the Shore. I couldn't tell you what this is about any longer. And not because it was bad. It's just sometimes I'm like, I guess, you know, it just didn't stick with me. Powerless. So this one, I do feel like maybe I feel like I liked this one more than the other one. So I feel like though all of them I'm going to put Need Something. Everyone kind of like dies over this series, the Chestnut Spring series. And for me, it's just like, I think it's fine, but like, yeah, it could use a little something to put it, like the Ashes of You. I definitely liked the Catherine Cowles series, which I'm blanking on what it is called at the moment. Shadows. Well, there's Shadows of You, Echoes of You. I forget what the series is called. Anyways, I like that one a lot though, over the Chestnut Springs. Okay, so we also then have, in that same line, right after Powerless, we have Reckless. So I read all of these because, again, everybody loves these so much. Especially this one. People really liked Theo. But also Winter, she's pregnant. I'm like, Even If It Hurts. Wow. Okay, this thing is a really good time. This was a ride. This was definitely a ride. I'm like, I haven't read anything else in the series yet, but that was a good time. Okay, where we started, yes, this book. Oh, I keep doing that again. Where we started is this book. Yes, that is amazing. Childhood friends, 2 lovers. I love that. That Sick Love. Whew. This is a really good time. This is a wild good time. There's a lot of religious stuff in there, which I could leave or do without, but man, he is unhinged and he does some very dirty things. So you're going to need to buckle up before you before you read this one. Okay, next up we have Loving Romeo. I loved this one as well, so this goes in this book. And we have The Long Way Home. So I love this series. This came out like, I don't know when the series, they like late added this book. And I don't want to tell you too much because I don't want to spoil anything. But I'll put it was a good time. Just because I love the whole series. And it was kind of a surprise that we went back in time and made that. Off the Grid, I honestly can't remember that much. I know I'd seen like people recommending it on booktube, and so I read it and I don't remember. Snow, I don't remember much about you either. Next up, Offside, and oh no, those are different. I was like, are these together? No. Hold on, I'm getting to Offside. This one, I think I do like. I think his name was Chase. I feel like this was a really good time. Even though I'm like saying I can't remember certain things, I do feel like I liked it. Okay, and then we have Weak Side. This one, I think, I honestly don't remember very much about this one. But it's in the same series as Ice Bet, which I do kind of remember this one, and I remember liking it as well. I feel like I liked Offside and Ice Bet, but then for some reason Weak Side, I didn't. And then those, again, this is not part of the same series. It just, hockey really had its day. Puck Me Secretly, I don't think I liked this one. So we're just going to put it in, honestly can't remember that much. Don't want to remember that much. Same thing with Pucking Around. This one, I might have even DNF'd it. It was so long, and I also don't really like reverse harem. Too many dicks on the dance floor, everybody. So, also, have you guys watched Flight of the Conchords? That's, should look that up. Okay, next we have Before the Sunset. Okay, and I think I remember having this as a really good time. And Where We Belong, this one also I would put really good time. Not in line as far as good as Where We Started, but I liked it better than Where We Promised. So Where We Started, Where We Belong, Where We Promised. I am currently reading Where We Ended, and I am loving that one. That one's really, really good so far. I'm like 50% maybe through. Okay, the next up we have The Deal. So I had never read The Deal until this year, and I loved it. If I would have read this sooner, it could have been, because it is college, so I feel like, I'm a little old for college now, but I still enjoy, like taking myself back. Okay, then we have Dead Man Walking. I ended up DNFing this one. It just, I don't know. He wasn't doing it for me. And also I found the heroine kind of annoying as well. So done with them. After the Storm, I'm going to put Need Something, because I think I do remember like people liking this one and recommending it. So I'm going to just put Need Something, even though I honestly can't remember that much. But we're going with that. This is my ranking. The Dixon Rule. So this is the follow-up series to The Deal that is now coming out now, and I would say this one is a really good time. I didn't like it as much as The Deal, and The Graham Effect is the first one, which we'll get to that in a second. Okay, so then we have The Mistake. So this is the second book in The Deal, and again, this one I would say is a really good time, but I didn't like it as much as the first one. And then we have Fragile Sanctuary. So this one, I'm going to put this in Need Something. But it could be honestly, like I loved, again, this is by Catherine Cowles as well, and I loved this series. And I forget what it's called. I really should look that up. But I loved it so much, and so whenever I was like, I guess my expectations were like up here going into the next one. And people really love it, so it could be a me thing. Okay. And then we have The Graham Effect. So this one I am going to really good time. Yeah, I'm going to go really good time. This one, just for the summer, I'll put it in a really good time. I did like, the banter was kind of cute and whatnot. So we'll put it in there. It could have been in the It Needs Something, because I kind of feel the same thing about Abby as I do about Emily Henry so far. Again, this is my first book I've read of both of these people. But I just felt like, compared to the other books I kind of gravitate towards, I felt like it was just lacking a little something for me. Okay, next up we have Funny Story. This one, yeah, I'm going to put in Needs Something. I didn't love the characters as much as I honestly liked the characters in this one. And to recount, so this one, Friends with Benefits stuff, I think I'll just put it in Need Something. It wasn't quite everything I wanted by any means. And then next up we have Play Along. This book. Whew. I love Isaiah. He is so cute. All the heroes in the series, the Windy City series, they're amazing. Okay, and then the last book I have read so far is It Ends Thus. I finally read it. I'm going to go see the movie with my girlfriends. I'm very excited about it. Next Wednesday, I think we're going to go. And yes, this book, I really liked it. Cannot wait to see the movie. So with that, you guys, that is my first tier ranking of the romance books I have read so far in 2024. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know down below if you've read any of these books, what you thought, how similar our tastes are. If you're my gamer friends, hey guys, still happy to have you here, and let me know what you think. And with that, thank you guys so much for hanging out, and I'll see you next time.